I am a green tea watch. In order to win people's eyes, I often post some private photos on the internet. This day my best friend told me that the internet is easier to earn money. So I quit my job at the hair salon for 1,800 yuan and started my own job as a broadcaster. At first I was embarrassed, but since I posted the photos, the number of fans has increased. I am more open-minded and take the initiative to try to show my face on the live broadcast. This also makes my fans more and more crazy. They no longer just brush gifts and give gifts, but start to transfer money to me, so they want to get my more private photos. I didn't refuse either, because doing the live broadcast for a month made me earn money that others may never earn in their lives. But I didn't tell my family about this because I knew they wouldn't understand me. This day I put on sexy clothes and was ready to take some private photos and sent them to the big brothers on my list. But I didn't take many photos, and I noticed a big truck parked on the road outside the window. There was a man sitting inside and staring at me, and he showed a very mischievous smile. He was a playboy and he didn't even brush his hair. I immediately pulled up the curtains and turned off the lights. As a result, the next day when I woke up, I received a strange comment. "You don't want to hide it all because I'm watching you here." When I look at the title, isn't this the playboy from yesterday? How did he know where I live? I saw that he was also paying attention to me, so I didn't think much. The next day I went to the street to buy clothes while driving the live broadcast ticket. It didn't take long before I noticed a truck behind me following me. When I was waiting for the red light, he stopped next to me. It turned out to be the playboy who was peeping at me. He kept whistling at me and he spat at the window. I didn't expect this playboy to be so perverted. I was so scared that I went home and quickly downloaded the live broadcast software. But I still lost sleep that night. I called my dad home and told him about these terrible experiences. He said he would always be with me. I thought I could sleep well. But when I was half asleep and half awake, I heard someone knocking on the glass. I know the playboy is coming. In order to see where he is, I quietly climbed to the side of the window from the bed. As a result, as soon as I opened the curtain, I saw his big blue eyes. I was shocked. I didn't know that guy's mouth was itching. His yellow teeth kept laughing. I was so scared that I screamed. When I heard the sound, my dad hurriedly chased him out. The playboy ran away. My dad threw him to the ground with a stick. The playboy lay on the ground and shouted at my dad, "Your daughter is a contrast watch." Then he took out a small wheel and shot my dad on the shoulder. I heard the sound of the gun. My neighbor accompanied me and sent my dad to the hospital together. The playboy was also arrested 12 hours after I reported the case. Although the playboy was arrested, I still have a plan. Since then, I haven't posted any photos on the internet, because I understand that the internet is easy to earn money. But it's not that easy to earn. I used to seduce men to make money. I would take a lot of photos and post them on the internet. The reason why I do this is because this is what my boyfriend forced me to do. Because I love him too much. In order to maintain our relationship, I had to agree. Soon I had the first payment supporter. This fan will always take my new photos first. In order to maintain the relationship with this fan, I often chat with him. As time goes by, he starts to make some strange requests. For example, he asked me to take pictures of my feet on my back. He even asked me to sprinkle some fake blood in the bedroom to simulate the murder scene. These requests make me feel sorry, but the money he gave is very attractive. In order to make more money to make my boyfriend happy, I did it all. But this fan is not satisfied. His requirements are getting stranger and stranger. He wants me to dye my hair black. He also wants me to shoot a video of me running on the treadmill every day. Considering the money he gave me, I did it all. After this, I not only made a lot of money but also lost 30 pounds of fat. And I let go of my vigilance against this fan. One night, I went to my boyfriend's house to spend the night. I wanted to check if the fan had left me a message. So I turned on my boyfriend's computer. I was surprised to find that my boyfriend was logging into the website where I posted the photo. Oh my god, the fan who made strange requests is actually my boyfriend. I turned off the computer in a hurry. Suddenly, I saw the photo on his desk. It's a picture of him and his ex-girlfriend. The familiar hairstyle, the familiar makeup. I suddenly realized that everything my boyfriend did to me was to make me look more like his ex-girlfriend. What's worse, his ex-girlfriend died of brain cancer a year ago. Have you ever met a driver who drives a rickshaw like Xiaohua? I once met one in the early morning and we spent an indescribable night together. I remember that night I was working overtime at the company. It was almost 12 o'clock after work. I had to call a rickshaw. While waiting, there was an old man selling cold noodles by the roadside. I walked to the stall and asked for a grilled cold noodle with 2 eggs. I didn't expect that when I went to pick up the food, the old man mysteriously said to me, "Rule number 2, don't eat in the car." What's wrong with this old man? What nonsense is he talking about? I picked up the grilled cold noodles and was about to eat. A white 𝐬𝐴N parked at the intersection. This 𝐬𝐴N was the rickshaw I rented, and the driver was a girl. I praised the phone and felt incredible. Driving such a good rickshaw, still a girl. It's really fresh. I opened the door and sat in the back row. Well, it's different from a driver. The car smelled good. Although I could only see half of her side face from the back row, it was enough to judge that her appearance was definitely a schoolgirl. Oh no, I'm too hungry. I picked up the stick and was about to eat. Don't eat. I just put the grilled cold noodles in my mouth. The female driver suddenly shouted. The voice was very loud, sounded very scary, but it was too late. A bite of cold noodles has been poisoned at this moment. The female driver turned her head in fear and looked at me. Wow, this face is very beautiful, and she looks very high class, even more beautiful than many stars. Just when I was drunk in her absolute appearance, a garbage truck hit us straight. It didn't mean to slow down at all. For a moment, I could only feel the darkness in front of me. I died like that. When I opened my eyes again, I was right in front of the grilled cold noodles stall. The boss was bowing his head to make grilled cold noodles for me. Oh my god, what happened just now? Did I have a strange nightmare? When I was trying to think about all this, the boss had already made cold noodles for me. Rule 2. Don't eat in the car. In a simple word, it struck my heart. I was reborn. I also entered the cycle. It seemed that the car accident happened because I ate something before. I dare not have any responsibility. As a result, the grilled cold noodles turned to the garbage bin. I threw the grilled cold noodles directly into the garbage bin. I didn't dare to go home by car. There was a shared bike next to me. I swept a car and was ready to go home by myself, but I rode less than 10 meters. It was the garbage truck again. It rushed directly into the non-automobile lane. Not only hit me but also squeezed me. After a moment of pain, my eyes were black. When I opened my eyes again, I was still in front of the grilled cold noodles stall. Now I can be sure that I really entered the cycle. This time I decided to go home by foot. I walked on the sidewalk. I tried to be as close as possible. I carefully observed the situation on the road, but the garbage truck was like a ghost. Killed me for the 3rd time. The 3rd death made me helpless. Seems that I have to get in the car. There is still a chance. I grabbed the grilled cold noodles and said before the garbage truck, "Oh, rule 2, don't eat in the car." Then I answered the phone and sat in the front row of the garbage truck. "You also entered the cycle, right?" I asked the female driver. "She is really beautiful. It's worth dying with such a girl." "Yes. My name is Bai Ling." "Oh, my name is Lu Chong." "Well, now we have to share the information to see how to get out of the cycle." I told my experience of 3 deaths. Why did I only hear rule 2? What is rule 1? Rule 1 is you have to pick up the order at 12 o'clock. Bai Ling suddenly said it was about 11 o'clock in the evening. I suddenly received this strange message. Then I entered the cycle. I tried not to pick up the order. I picked up the order a few minutes earlier, or I didn't drive, but the result was the same as you. I was killed by the garbage truck. I had to pick up the order at 12 o'clock. Time will go down. Then I picked you up. Hearing this, I analyzed the current situation. It seems that in this cycle, the beautiful woman in front of me is tied together. She entered the cycle first and received rule 1. I entered the cycle later and received rule 2. So what's going to happen next? How can I survive and break the cycle? At present, there seems to be no clue. At this time, the radio in the car suddenly rang. A cold robot girl said, "Rule 3, listen to the order." Bai Ling and I looked at each other. We all clearly heard rule 3. But what is the order? What should I do? Bai Ling asked me in a panic. There is no other way. I can only wait for the order. I tried to pretend to be calm in front of the beautiful woman. Next is the silence of the 2 people. Bai Ling has been driving since ancient times. 5 minutes have passed. There is no order. Waiting is not a solution. Why don't we have a chat? Waste time. In fact, I have no chance to have such an ordinary condition and such a beautiful girl have such a close contact. Okay. I was just about to say that. You drive such a good car. Why do you still drive a car? Make money. Bai Ling was obviously making up stories. Mississippi, we are the pride of life and death. Let's be honest. You see, you have a casual dress. You can afford my salary for a month. You have a good taste. Let me tell you the truth. I drive a car to have a party. Bai Ling suddenly turned around and looked at me. Party? I didn't quite understand what she meant. Don't you understand? It's hard to take orders. If you are handsome, I'll take her home, Bai Ling said in a light tone. Take her home? What for? Ha knowingly asked. Bai Ling's face suddenly turned red. According to your standard, do passengers like me have a chance to go home with you? I asked boldly. Anyway, I will die at any time, so I can't take care of my face. Bai Ling turned around and glared at me. Before she could speak, the robot girl thought of it again. Command 1. Stop the car immediately. Hug and kiss. After hearing the command, Bai Ling and I looked at each other. We looked at each other. We didn't know what to do. When we hesitated, the garbage truck suddenly appeared and hit us again. Wake up. Roast cold noodles. Get in the car. Then wait patiently until the cold command appears again. Command 1. Stop the car immediately. Hug and kiss. Bai Ling stepped on the brake hard. The car stopped on the side of the road. Ah, miss. Then let's. I was embarrassed to kiss her. What are you waiting for? Bai Ling didn't hesitate at all. She took off her seatbelt, stretched out her arms and hugged me. I'm a lonely woman. Every night I have to spend another 100 yuan on the dating app. The purpose is to get a diamond Wang Laowu. But that night Wang Laowu didn't come. But a man came. I really don't dare to look at him. I'm afraid I'll have a nightmare about him at night. So I replied politely, I'm not sleeping yet. I put down my phone in disappointment, but not long after, I received another message from a stranger. Will it be Wang Laowu this time? However, the higher the expectation, the faster the disappointment. I lost my temper for a moment. I wanted to turn off my phone immediately. Suddenly, the third stranger sent me a message. I clicked on his profile picture and looked at it. Damn it, did you make an appointment to play with me? Why does everyone have their own thoughts? Although I can't accept their appearance, but when I think about it, maybe everyone is a superpower controller. So I plan to meet them one by one. I followed the address and came to the door of the first person's house. It was when I hesitated whether to go in. Damn it, what's the situation? It's exactly the same as the 3 people who sent me the message. Good evening. Shut up. He's talking to me. I'm sorry. Although they also sent you a message, to be honest, I was the first person to make an appointment with you. Please come in. I made dinner. Would you like something to drink? Milk? No thanks. I brought my own beer. Let's drink together. Well, thank you. Can my brothers come together? Of course. To be honest, I was starving on the way. Oh, I'm sorry. Then you should eat something. It's okay. I think we should have a drink first when we meet for the first time. Yes. There will be a story only when you drink too much. Shut up, you idiot. 𝐶 is the protagonist of the 3 of us. You should be able to see it. Can you also shut up? You idiot. All right, stop fighting. Let's have a drink. Are you going to drink alone? The third brother is right. Don't you see there are 2 of us around? You guys are so funny. If he drinks, it's the same as you guys drink, isn't it? That's true, but our feelings are separate. For example, like this. Hey, do you guys have a problem? Brother, don't talk nonsense with him. That's right. Hurry up and stop him. Stay away from me. You're a 3-headed pervert. Brother, what's wrong with you? What did you do to my brother? What? I just pushed him. Hurry up. You're lying. Tell me the truth. I swear I didn't do anything. I just saw the 3 brothers in front of me raise their swords and attack me. When I had no way to retreat, they suddenly lost their ability to move. The next second. That was close. If a line corresponds to a person, then today's situation is considered a 3 kill. Isn't that too much? Guys.